Good evening. Welcome to Crawford Field, the home of the St. Albans Red Dragons. Tonight, another high school football action. Believe it or not, it's week 5 of the West Virginia high school football season. For St. Albans, it's been rough so far with four games, 2 road games, 2 home games, but no victories to stand for the St. Albans Red Dragons. But tonight is another team that's officially dropped down to a 3A. But Spring Valley Timberwolves come into this as a powerhouse. Over the years, 4A, 3A, back and forth from last year a couple of times as we changed the rules throughout the season. But over the last 10 years have been a predominant team and still playing a 4A competition as they come in here to the game tonight at 2-2 with wins over Parkersburg and Cabell Midland, losses coming against George Washington and Huntington. So tonight will be their first AAA game of the season, or first AAA team, and they are currently ranked 14th in the latest West Virginia SSAC rankings. Tonight on Countdown for Kickoff, we're going to sit down with the bloodline of every football team. The Vice President of the Boosters for St. Albans football team, Melissa Curry. We'll also take a look at game time weather. We'll preview both teams. Other games around the area and the state, rankings for 3A, 4A for week 5. We'll also give you the starting lineups, and the team is ready. A little bit of shuffling here this evening. Josh is still in place as producer. The St. Albans High School Media Club will be on the camera, and joining me for color tonight is Jackson Hobart, and I'm Mark Seipold. So we'll take our first break. We'll come back. We've got Melissa already sitting down here. We're ready to talk to her. So you're watching live streaming coverage on video production and listening live on Retro 96.9 WWSA.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
We will Why choose Thornhill Auto Group?
It starts with selection.
10 quality brands.
All from a name you've trusted for years.
Plus, a great selection of pre-owned.
And don't forget, practically every vehicle we sell comes with Thornhill's Value Plus warranty.
It's coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy
at Thornhill Auto Group.
So you're ready to get started on that home remodel? Then America's #1 exterior remodeler is here to help. For over 19 years, Window World of Beckley has helped homeowners in our area take care of their greatest investment. We make it easy to remodel your home with special financing options and convenient monthly payments. Because we are locally owned and operated, you can expect the best in customer service. We're excited to see what you have in mind. We look forward to helping you create the home of your dreams.
I know that you've heard the name Shuckers. Shuckers has been at 70 Old Main Street, St. Albans for more than a decade. Really, serving up such great food like Shucker shrooms, jerk shrimp, juicy steaks, seafood, wings, stuffed shells, scallops, thin crust pizzas. There's something here for every taste bud in your house. Come hang out in the cozy bar area or bring your crew in and stretch out in the dining room for a memorable evening. Shuckers is more than seafood, it's your food. Open Tuesday through Saturday. We'll see you at Shuckers.
Back live at Crawford Field in St. Albans. Tonight, the St. Albans Red Dragons and the Spring Valley Timberwolves. Joining me now here is the Vice President of the Boosters, is Melissa Curry. And if everybody doesn't know Melissa, I don't know, you must not be in touch with St. Albans because she is definitely one of the glues for this football team. Melissa, for the ones that don't know you, I'm sure everybody does, but, maybe just go in some detail, some of your duties with the Boosters and Team Mom and all the other things that you do.
Well, if a lot of people don't know me as Melissa Curry, they know me as Mama Curry, because that's pretty much what half of St. Albans calls me, and even if they've graduated or in their 20s, they call me Mama Curry. So, that being said, I am the Vice President of the Red Dragons high school football team. I help us with getting pregame meals donated if we can, and we are going to be looking for those for next year as well. So, think about that for next year, guys. I help get, their after meals. I help with fundraising, equipment, anything that's Thoughts needs. Honestly, I'm basically his right-hand man when it comes to whatever he needs it. He messages me and says, hey, can you get this? And I go, I'll figure it out for you.
Hey, you'd like to have that.
I mean, he needs it. I will try to figure it out. He wanted knee braces for all of the linemen. I said, I will shuffle some money around. We've gotten some donations for pregame meals. I'll make it happen. So we bought all of the starting linemen really good knee braces to try to help with their needs.
Excellent. As far as, let's talk about the boosters. When the boosters, I'm sure it's a year-round thing. When does you guys go into that budget meetings, and where do you start as far as putting a budget together for the season, the next season, or?
We will normally start around January because then that is going to be after we have already had our, end-of-year party and all of that. So then we will budget and say, hey, we have this much money left over. What do we have to pay for? Like this year we needed to pay for the rest of our uniforms and our headsets and stuff, so we kind of had to budget that in with everything, as well as feeding the kids and everything else. But we normally go into that in January and try to have a feel of what is our needs, what are we going to want to try to do for the kids. I know they want us to try to get them a blow-up tunnel, so we're going to try to work on that. I got them some flags and breakaway banners and stuff this year, so we'll go into that in January and try to discuss what we have and what we need.
As far as donors, outside of what the Board of Education presents to you every year, you have normal donors every year. I know there's the Red Black Foundation. Is there other people that step up and just donate money every year, or is it all from fundraising?
It's usually just different people. We've had a couple different just companies that, hey, they've saw that I've posted, hey, if you would like to sponsor a pregame meal, hit me up. We would be more than, welcome for that. We'll announce you as a sponsor. They've hit me up and said they would more than, gladly want to help us out. Some people have been like friends of the parents. They've kind of went out and said, hey, they're looking for donors, and kind of asking around. So it's just been different people that have been donating stuff, not really the same ones.
Now, as far as also sticking with the budget, things that come out, you talked about knee braces as far as safety, but things that come out as far as the SSAC requires. I know last year, maybe 3 years ago when I was coaching soccer, it was all about heat, and they presented a lot of things, the wet ball and the tubs and things like that. Is that covered by the state? Do they just go ahead and pick up the tab on that, or is that something that they make the school's budget in that?
That makes the school budget in.
And that's, we also know that everybody does huddle now, and is that also...
Huddle is something that we have to pay for.
So quite expensive. I hate to see your budget.
We literally just paid 30-something, like, I don't know, 3,000 something. I can't remember what the actual bill was, but it was that for just huddle. Just for huddle. And then we have internet and, like, everything else that we have to pay. So, I mean, we spend quite a lot of money, plus we have 40 to 50 kids, plus the
yeah,
the coaches we're feeding.
And I think that people don't realize neither that a lot of the other non-revenue sports that doesn't get a big attendance, football covers them too.
Yeah.
So I mean you're not just covering the attendance here tonight. Most of that goes into a big pot, and they'll cover your track and field, cross country, and I think probably maybe people don't know that, but a lot of that soccer and stuff money comes from what comes, because your budget can change every year depending on attendance for the game. So it's key to get out to the games. One last question, or maybe a two-part question. I know before the season started, you guys canceled a fundraiser on a golf scramble. Has that been rescheduled? And what other events do you have scheduled coming up, possibly this year or maybe the first of next year?
We do not have a date for it just yet, but we are going to try to do it in the spring more than likely. And then as soon as we're done with our end-of-year banquet, I'm going to start us scheduling us for another bingo to try to raise money to help offset some expenses, because it's expensive to feed these boys. And I like to make sure that my mindset is if you don't have a full tank, you're not going to perform. So I make sure that they have food before. I make sure they have food at halftime. And I make sure that they have food after every game. And that can be a lot of money, but I feel like it's something that I want to have done for these kids, because they work way too hard to not be taken care of. And they have a nutrition bar. A lot of people don't know that. We have a nutrition bar that when they come from school, a lot of kids don't eat at school. They have peanut butter, jelly. Like, I have all kinds of food over there for them, and they just can eat whatever they want or need.
Well, I can see why they call you Mama Curry.
Hey, I'm taking care of these babies. I tell them, once you set foot on this football field, you're one of mine, and I'm going to take care of you.
Well, I appreciate you coming up here to the booth. Now I think she's going to work the concession stand or something now. So
I'm going to be going down there to do something.
So work never stops for Melissa Curry. So if you see her there tonight or see her around St. Albans, tell her thank you for treating these boys good. And if you would like to make a donation, I'm sure you can get a hold of her and make a donation, or anything you can do to help. She always needs help in a concession stand or anything for the fundraisers that's coming up. So, Melissa, thank you for joining us, and we will step aside here. You're watching live streaming coverage on video production and listening live on 96.9.
Access Health began as a small clinic with a simple yet powerful purpose: to care for our neighbors right here at home. From the very beginning, it was about people showing up for each other, building trust, and staying connected. Today, Access Health is serving thousands across southern West Virginia. But what makes us different isn't just the care we provide, it's who provides it. Our team was born here, trained here, and lives here. This is what community looks like. This is Access Health, by the community, for the community, always.
We asked the real experts what they think of our Chevys and GMCs,
really?
and they didn't hold back.
Come here, come on. I like the noise of it.
They've tested the seats, the screens, and the tires as well. Now it's your turn. Northside Chevy GMC, approved by kids, loved by everyone. Chevrolet, together let's drive. GMC, we are professional grade.
Northside Chevy, where they are right.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Parking's full over there tonight. That's unusual, but they got them spaced out too much, man. And welcome back to Crawford Field in St. Albans as we get ready for tonight's game. The Spring Valley Timberwolves in town tonight to look at your game time forecast for tonight. A little partly cloudy right now. Looks pretty nice out there. Beautiful day, 77 degrees at kickoff. Light breeze at 3 miles per hour. Halftime temperature 73. And your fourth quarter action will be at 68 degrees. Now joining me is a first-timer. For me is Jackson I'm sorry, your last name? Holberg.
Yep.
Okay, I had it wrote down. I don't know what I do with it.
Okay.
And you maybe tell us a little bit about yourself, what your ties is here to St. Albans?
I played here at St. Albans. I grew up. Is it not on me?
It is.
Okay. I grew up here in St. Albans, so I went to Hayes. Came here. I was a 4-year starter here in football, and then played a little bit of baseball, and now I coach out at Hayes. I have the wrestling and the baseball team out there at Hayes.
Oh, excellent. And as far as tonight, I forgot to mention in the first segment, we're sponsored tonight is T-Mobile, and they sponsor Friday night 5G lights. So we use T-Mobile right here in the studio, and so we're broadcasting basketball and football. We are brought to you by T-Mobile. So T-Mobile's our sponsor tonight. Jackson, as far as football, I don't know if I know you probably have. The St. Albans Red Dragons struggled a little bit so far this season. 0-4, haven't scored.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, they play very well first quarter, and then they just start to deplete. I mean, they held Nitro to, 8 points in the first quarter, and then same thing with Shady.
And it would have been 0 if they wouldn't have had the penalty. They had a unmarked time or unrun time there, and that's where Nitro scored their touchdown.
And, I mean, the offense, I mean, they move the ball. They just can't finish drives. I mean, outside the first quarter, I mean, they struggle.
I mean, a lot of, too, we've noticed is a lot of penalties, at least in the Nitro. I mean, when you're starting behind the sticks.
Every down,
it makes it tough. And then you got, young players trying to make plays. And, Reese is, as far as the quarterback, I think he's been running for his life most of the season. Everybody's been teeing off because they know they got to pass.
Yeah.
And I think that, when you're one-dimensional, it kind of makes it kind of rough. Now, tonight, the opponent is the Spring Valley Timberwolves. And Spring Valley is just one of those teams every year that that you're going to have probably one heck of a team coming in here. They were here last year. I don't know how the schedule makers work that out, but 2 years in a row they've traveled here to St. Albans. They bring a good crowd, so we'll see the crowd across from us will probably be full. They come in at a record 2-2, but they played all 4A schools. I don't know if you've kept up on them or any of their coached by Brad Dingus, and their victories came over Parkersburg 30-20, Cabell Midland 24-20. Losses, George Washington 27-7, and that was a Thursday night game. And I think me and you were out at Hayes. We were out at Hayes that evening, and I was listening to it going home after the Hayes game.
That was the first game. That was the first game of the year. That's what that was. Yeah.
And they seemed like they were hanging with G-Dub, and I turned it off once I got to the house, and I wake up the next morning and it was 27-7. So I don't know what happened.
I'm pretty sure they just fell apart in the fourth quarter is what it came down to. Fell apart.
And probably will be in the championship game in that 4A. I don't know. They beat Martinsburg. As far as their schedule, I think it's in their favor for Huntington. They lost to Huntington 38-7. So you're losing to probably the two best teams in the state right now. We will find out more. I know you were looking over some of the games for tonight, and you were telling me about G-Dub going up and playing Barnesville, Ohio. So we'll probably see a little more on what G-Dub has, and I think you were telling me that Barnesville's never lost a game or something.
They haven't lost a regular season game since 2021.
So that's just
incredible. Yeah, that's insane.
And so we'll keep an eye on that. And Jackson, you got some other games there tonight we'll be following?
We got Riverside at Parkersburg, Hurricane at Cabell Midland for the 4A, and then 3A games you have Ripley at Nitro, Herbert Hoover at Point Pleasant, and South Charleston at Capital.
So we got some good games tonight. We also, earlier this week was the rankings that come out, which they started last week, but we weren't on the air last week. So, this week will be the second week that the West Virginia Secondary School Activities releases their rankings. Unfortunately, St. Albans 0-4 are not in that top 16 yet, but with the schedule they play, you get on a winning streak, you can probably gather a lot of points, especially with, a victory here tonight would definitely give you a lot of points.
Yep.
So we'll go over those rankings a little bit later. We got a kind of a problem here this evening. We have no scoreboard. So if you're following us here tonight, we normally have that up on our screen, and you can follow along with the time. And I don't know if I've done. Now I know last year we didn't have the clocks in the end zones. It didn't work, and the one clock is not working. I guess apparently neither down in the end zone. And that made a problem because, they were calling penalties and we didn't know what the penalties were. And,
Hey, they've got one of them working down here in the far end zone.
Yeah.
At least one of them, like the time clock, not the time clock, the play clock.
Yeah, play clock. So
at least they got one of them.
As far as the other scoreboard, when I was downstairs earlier, they had a technician down there. So hopefully he's got 15 more minutes here. He's not under too much pressure. I do see some lines on it now bouncing around a little bit there. I don't know if that's a good sign. And, when this new technology, everything is kind of just wired, I guess, you know. And so, I don't know the communication data between the scoreboard and the clock operator or whatever the clock is not.
Hey, the clock operator's got the easiest job tonight.
Yeah, I heard him down there talking. He was like, hey, man, I still get paid, right? I think he was kidding about that. But as far as tonight, some of the players for St. Albans, they've been riddled by injuries also. So we may see some younger players here even tonight getting into the lineup. We were trying to squeeze things in there earlier because we had players penciled in, and then they said, a game time decision, and then we didn't see them on the final roster. So bear with us a little bit tonight when we call the things there. So anyway, we're going to take our another break here. You're watching live streaming coverage on video production, and you're listening live on Retro 96.9 WWSA.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
And back live here at Crawford Field in St. Albans tonight. The St. Albans Red Dragons and the Spring Valley Timberwolves as we get ready to play. As we mentioned, no scoreboard here this evening, so bear with us on that time as you finish up watching the band in their pregame. We'll remind you, coming up Tuesday night is the Majorette Festival, and I know a lot of people go up there for that, so don't forget that Tuesday night. St. Albans band will be there. And I'm not sure of the time on that. I think it usually gets around about 6 o'clock or so and goes late into the evening, and it'll conclude with the awards. But before the awards, the Marshall Thundering Herd Marching Band will perform this year. So just a shout out to the band members as well as the football players. You know, I think the bands make football.
Yeah, they do. Hey, St. Albans does a pretty great job. I mean, from the time I was here, I mean, they were always pretty good. They sound good.
Yeah, and I've been trying to get a hold of the band director to come on with us one night, but he hasn't been able to do that. But I think they've been picking up some hardware this year in the competition realm. So congratulations to them, and hopefully maybe we can get him on there maybe toward the last game or so, and he can inform us and keep us updated on all the awards and hardware that each particular I think they score everything. They score the conductor, the percussions, and the marching. So, you know, there's quite a few awards that could be passed out. So congratulations to them. Just look up at the clock and it's never there.
Yeah, it's a little dark down there on that end. I mean, usually it's a little bit lit up, but with no scoreboard, there ain't no light down there.
Yeah, I complained the first 2 games of the season that it was hard to see up here in the press box. In the first 2 games, about 7:30, that sun was kicking right through the glass here. So tonight the sun is behind us, and looks like it's going to be a good evening for football. And coaches probably like a little bit cooler. I know in the first 2 games that we had here, St. Albans had a lot of leg cramps. Well, both teams had a lot of leg cramps, especially in that first game against Shady Springs. There was a lot of stoppage in that game for leg cramps. So maybe the cooler weather that come, you know, that will resolve that as we move on through the season. Now, as far as the Spring Valley Timberwolves, they'll enter the field here, if you're familiar with it. They're coming in on the Route 60 side of the field, and they'll be entering the field, and the St. Albans Red Dragons will be coming into the field on the Rivers side. St. Albans tonight will be wearing their red jerseys with the white numerals, and the Timberwolves coming in with the white and blue. I like their blue.
Yeah, that's like one of my their jerseys are some of my favorite jerseys, and along with their helmets. I mean,
And you mentioned to me there before the game they have probably one of the better intros, or when they are down there at their home field coming onto the field as they walk down over the hillside onto the field. You said it was a pretty nice.
It's pretty intimidating, like especially like when I was here. We were in the same trouble that they're having now. You don't have any numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And they come walking down 100 deep down that hill. It's like, oh, buddy, where are we in for?
Yeah, I could see it. And, back in, I'm an old timer, but back in the day, everybody had, 80 kids out. And you fill up the whole side of your field in warm-ups and stuff.
Yeah.
And now it seems, and now we got talking coaches saying, maybe we should do 7v7 in West Virginia. So, I mean, I don't know where we're going with football in West Virginia, but I don't know if 7v7 is the thing.
You think about it. Think of all the linemen that have came out of West Virginia that have gotten drafted in the last 10 years. I mean.
Yeah, and a lot of them from Spring Valley.
I mean.
Cabell Midland.
Fairmont Senior.
Yeah.
Huntington.
Fairmont Senior having the Pittsburgh Steelers starter center there.
And Darnell Wright from Huntington's the starter for Chicago Bears.
Yeah, so,
I mean, you're going to take away a lot of football when you start talking 7-on-7.
Yeah, because you're talking skills.
Yeah.
You're skill players. You're not talking your trenches guys.
And, I mean, it's, that's insane to me. I think what might be crazier is them passing the NIL stuff for middle school and high school. I was like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, my gosh.
Yeah, definitely
it's insane.
A different aspect of football. The captains for the St. Albans Red Dragons tonight is number 8, Isaiah Muhammad. Number 10, Chance Campbell. Number 72 out there is Lucas Warner. And number 2, James Lowe, will be the captains. Starters tonight at wide receiver for St. Albans is Chance Campbell, also Nikese Carter, Elijah Wood. The running back is James Lowe, and Isaiah Muhammad will be the H-back. The quarterback will be Reese Lilly. Across the line, Noah Curry, Blake Bowen, Lucas Warner, Mason Bledsoe, and Marcus Tunsil. And for the Spring Valley on defense, across their line is number 34, Logan Hansen, number 66, Michael Shy. I have different numbers on different rosters on that. I have a 79 and a 99, but we'll go with Maddox Barron, number 55, Judson Rich, number 36, Cam Purdue, number 11, Boo Christopher, number 22, McGee Kane, number 21 is the cornerback, Cannon Dillon, the other cornerback, Blaine Workman, and the safeties will be number 1, Day Page, and number 18, Lincoln Davis. I have yet to see the captains come out for Spring Valley. And Spring Valley is getting ready to enter the field, but as the traditional Phil Collins song for the St. Albans Red Dragons. Now entering the field is the Spring Valley Timberwolves. And we'll get their captains here in a second. St. Albans Red Dragons came out with the United States American flag. As they come on, the clock being out kind of throws me off on my breaks. It's
7:27.
3 minutes till kickoff, so we'll get away and get our. And still looking for the numbers for the captains there for Spring Valley. Looks like number 18, Lincoln Davis. 45, Zink Lewis.
11.
Bew Christopher, and 22.
Miguel King.
Kane is the final captain there as they meet at center field. Still waiting for the St. Albans Red Dragons to take the field here. What do I do with stuff out of their way? What kind of music did you guys play when you guys came on?
I don't remember.
No walk-up music at the time.
And they kind of made their own kind of remix, and I can't exactly remember what it was. Yeah, it started with The Purge, and then it just kind of I think it was West Virginia's walkout song at the time. We just kind of snagged and adjusted it from them.
Yeah. I think it's nice. It's really, here we go, the officials out there at center field after the coin toss. I didn't pay attention who won the toss there, but here comes the St. Albans Red Dragons onto the field. You see college teams come on with big tires, sledgehammers.
Yeah. Big chain links.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it's all in the fun, I guess.
Yeah. Got to get creative.
Again, I want to say that we are sponsored tonight by T-Mobile. And T-Mobile's Friday Night Lights, 5G lights, that is.
St. Albans will receive.
So kicking off for
39.
For Spring Valley is number 39. That is Duke Elkins. Back to receive is James Wood. And Akeem Carter also back for St. Albans. This will be Carter. So he brings the ball up over the 20, makes a cutback, makes a nice move. He's coming up over the 35 to the 40, and he goes down about the 41. So a good return for the St. Albans Red Dragons offense.
Nice field position.
Something positive.
Yeah. Can't take what you can get.
So we come out, you know, the lineup that currently, the last time we were here, you know, more of that RPO type action for St. Albans with Reese Lilly dancing around between 3 and 4 wide receivers. And, you know, the tailback's been kind of a mystery so far. Hey, look, we got 0-1 up on the scoreboard, so maybe we're getting closer.
Maybe, just maybe.
Getting this fixed. So starting it off, it's Lilly's pass, and this ball's going to be incomplete as he throws it out to Elijah Wood, and Elijah Wood just lets the ball go right through his hands. So just a little quick pass, maybe get him in rhythm.
Try and find something to get it going. I mean, it was there. Just a little tunnel pass, tunnel screen, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I think it all depends on what offense you're in anymore. Everybody has different names for
everything there.
It's the same play, but different terminology as far as what it is. This time Reese is going to give the ball to number 2, James Lowe's. He comes up over the line of scrimmage, and he is met there hard by number 79, and I think that's what I had as 99, and that's Barron. And it's just going to be a 2-yard gain, so that'll bring up 3rd down and 9. So Reese Lilly, last year, you know, Jackson, you weren't here. Reese Lilly did a lot of play calling from the sidelines. Every play he would run over to the sidelines. We didn't see that in the first 2 games, and I just saw that there, that he runs over to the sidelines to get the play. How does that, what kind of advantage is that? Just to make sure he's getting the right play? Maybe that's because of the penalties, maybe?
I mean.
This time a nice pass out to number 2 there.
I mean, if he can't comprehend, or some signals get mixed up getting to the quarterback, call the wrong play. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of.
So that was a nice little the running back pass there, a little screen pass out to Wood. And he gets the first down as he carries the ball up over the 50. And that ball is going to be placed on the 46-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the St. Albans Red Dragons. And you mentioned in the pregame, St. Albans they come out and they play.
Yeah.
It's just as the game wears on.
They get weared on. Yeah.
So this time we got 4 wide receivers, 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Reese is going to take a pass again.
It's intercepted. Nope.
And now saying it's incomplete.
That was almost a great play.
Wood was out there. Basically, we saw that on the first play of the game, except it came toward us, and this time it went to the opposite side of the field. And Spring Valley read it.
They knew that was coming.
They saw it, and so luckily it just goes incomplete instead of an INT. And then Reese Lilly once again is over at the sideline to get the play as he comes in.
I mean, that would be the only thing. Some things look the same and some things look different when you're giving signals from the sideline. Maybe just would get confused and has to go to.
And here we go back to the mistakes, pre-snap mistakes again here on St. Albans as the lineman stands up. Nobody in the backfield that time, 5 wide receivers. And I think this is where got him in trouble with Nitro, because Nitro big up front.
Yep.
And when you don't have anybody else, just the lineman and the quarterback, no one else to block, they can flush your quarterback. And that's what Nitro did. This time they do have somebody in the backfield. This is another pass, and it's going to go incomplete. The intended receiver there was Campbell.
I'm happy. When I heard he was playing this year, I was so happy. He was great out at Hayes and took a year off last year. Back out here this year.
Definitely a playmaker. Plays multiple positions. I think we saw him at quarterback there in the last game against Nitro.
Punt.
That nice punt he made.
Do a little bit of everything.
And now we got timeout. What do we got?
The play clock stopped working.
So now everything's going to be kept on the field. All right, 3rd and 15. And
hey, we got one there.
There we go.
Hey, we got one there. Hey, we got 5 back.
A little bit of a hard count there by Reese Lilly. Drove all 3 to the up lineman there for Spring Valley offsides. So get that 5 yards back that we lost on that legal procedure penalty. Bring it back to 3rd down and 10. Every 5 counts.
Every 5 counts, especially when you put yourself back there and make up for it.
So now we got another delay. Here comes Reese back from the sideline. Different offensive coordinator this year, but similar plays, though.
Yeah. I think
5 wide out this time. Nobody in the backfield. 3 linemen for Spring Valley. And this one's going to be a nice little pass this time. This one's going to be a 1st down. Pass completed there by James Lowe, the running back. And he's going to be tackled down about the 33-yard line is where the referee's standing.
As long as they don't kill themselves on drives, I mean, they can drive the ball down the field. They just get behind the sticks too early, too often. I mean, you see it at the beginning of every game. They have a good drive going, and penalties is neglected.
And I think what we're going to see tonight is you got to score, because this time James Lowe takes an end around, and he carries it for about 5 yards. As we saw Shady Springs, they consumed the ball by running it. I think they had 5 pass plays, and that's, what we're going to see tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to run 5 running backs at us, and they're going to consume time. So, you got to put points on the board because you're going to have very limited possessions.
Yeah, I mean, they like to chew clock. Chew clock and get out of here with a win. That's what Spring Valley likes to do. They don't care about getting fancy with it. You're just going to get some hard-nosed running the ball.
5 out again. in motion, Campbell, and he's taking the handoff as he comes around the end. And I think, he breaks a tackle at the 30, and he breaks another tackle, and finally tackled there by Day Page. Campbell stayed a foot there. And I think he maybe picked up a yard, but he broke about 3 tackles to get that 1 yard.
Third and manageable.
And this is 4 down territory, I would say. I think St. Albans hasn't really shown much as far as the field goal game.
I wouldn't. You have nothing to lose right now. Let's be honest. Nothing to lose.
0-4, and you haven't scored this year. I agree with you.
Nothing to lose. And then they're moving the ball just fine. I'd leave my offense out there.
5 out again. The offensive line's doing a real good job protecting Lilly here. Now Lilly's going to take the quarterback keeper, and I think he got it. He gets down close to the 20, and the referee signals first down. So another first down there by the St. Albans Red Dragons. Kind of probably threw that defense off there by just quarterback keeper.
Yeah, I mean, they ran the same play twice right there, and Reese just kept it that time. I mean,
and that's it, cat and mouse. And now we got a timeout there.
Spring Valley.
Spring Valley wants to talk about it. So, hey, you're watching live streaming coverage on video production and listening live on Retro 96.9 WWSA.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, a Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
And we're back live, and the first possession of the game, and I have no idea what the time is on the clock. Been a good possession so far. The St. Albans Red Dragons took the opening kick, got the ball out to the 46-yard line, and now have driven it. Got 3 first downs on this drive as they start their possession 1st and 10 right now, just outside of the 20, about the 21-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 21. Lowe, the lone running back. He's going to take a fumble, and I think Spring Valley maybe got on that one. Mishandled handoff there, and I mean, Lowe acted like he wasn't supposed to get it. So I don't know if it was somebody didn't get the right call, or.
I tell you what, the offense line right there, they held their own all the way down the field. I mean, that's why everybody's biggest gripe is the offense line, but hey, they look good.
Yeah.
They look really good. I mean, especially when, is Green still out?
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, he's down there. I mean, down one of your better offensive linemen, better defensive linemen.
So, up to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback this year is Caden Lovejoy. He's a junior. And now we got flags. And like I said, with Spring Valley, they'll just throw running backs after you here tonight. Big running backs. This Zeke Lewis they have, he's a horse.
Yeah. I mean, they have, 5 kids over 100 yards, 4 kids over 100 yards.
Playing against 4A competition they've played against this year.
Yeah, I mean, Zeke Lewis with 341 on the year in 3 games. I mean, pretty good, pretty tough.
In tight here the quarterback's going to roll back. Looks like he's going to try to pass, and nothing there, and he's run out of bounds. And now it might be a flag there. It looked like a late hit, but no laundry on the field.
Got away with one there. Absolutely got away with one right there.
Lovejoy rolled around, kind of throwing a wrench in things. He's only thrown like 5 passes all season.
Yeah.
And he's only completed 3 of them, I think. Was he 3 for 18, I do believe. So he's thrown more than 5, but as far as completions, 3 for 18.
That goes down as a sack.
Yeah.
Hey, 1 yard loss.
This time the running game gets cranked up, and it's an 11-yard gain there.
I can promise you, arm tackling this team is not going to work.
That was Payne for 11 yards. And the first down. Mikhail Kane on that last carry. As they come up to the line of scrimmage, I mean, that line, you know, they just beef it up. Look at this pressure they're put on by St. Albans, and they get Lovejoy. Lovejoy does carry the ball forward for a couple yards, but good pressure this time by the St. Albans Red Dragons. Good job there, tackled by the interior line there.
Lucas Weaver, he's not on there.
So we're looking at second down and 8 for Spring Valley. Man, that's just a tight formation. I mean, the running back's almost in the quarterback's lap there. This time, Kane is going to be tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
Hey, St. Albans came to play today. They look like they have a fire lit under them.
Coming up to make the tackle there for St. Albans. Number 2, James Lowe. James Lowe saw him make some pretty good runs on offense. That time came up out of his safety position there to make that tackle. So third down, 7 yards to go here. And this is where a running team usually can struggle. This time it's going to give an end around here for Spring Valley, but I think they're going to get the first down, and I think they're going to get some tacked on here. Cannon Dillon with the end around play there, coming out of his halfback position, or the H-back position, and carrying it around the end. And they're giving a face mask going to be tacked on to this run of 7 yards.
They got away with one. They just a 5-yard, not a 15-yarder. But that goes back on what you said. They've been a penalty-riddled team.
Yeah.
I mean, they got it. They got the first down right there, but you just gave them another 5 free extra yards.
This time Lovejoy, 2 backs in the backfield. He's going to step back. He's getting pressure, and he gets knocked down, and the ball is, oh! I hope Josh has got instant replay on that. St. Albans, I think Campbell knocked the ball up in the air, and number 21, Dillon, and here's this play. Watch this here. Look at the pressure by St. Albans. Takes out the quarterback. No, that wasn't Campbell. That was number 5 for St. Albans. Knocks the ball up in the air, and then the ball caught in midair by the Timberwolves and carried in for a touchdown.
I forgot what number.
It was Dillon, number 21, with the catch. And number 5 there, Elijah Wood, knocking that ball up in the air. I mean, he's just doing what he's taught, you know?
Yeah.
It just
knock the ball down.
Just luck.
Luck that they're running the same route to the same place.
Yeah.
You knock it into the dude's hands. I mean, sometimes it just don't fall your way.
So anyway, that's the score there. We don't know the clock. The clock is still out. We do have our play clock, or our game clock down there, or play clock actually, back in one end zone. So we'll take a break. You're watching live streaming coverage on video production and listening to 96.9 WWSA.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
Back live here as we get ready to kick off again. This will be the second possession. Time-wise, we don't know. The clock's still down. This time the ball's going to be kicked, and it's going to let it go out of bounds there, and that'll be a penalty on Spring Valley. So get the ball at the 35, so another good starting possession here.
Hopefully they can string together a couple plays and punch one in the end zone here. I mean, they looked good on that first possession. Really good.
everything we talked about Spring Valley running the ball down their throat.
Yeah,
they
that's
end up
kinda
scoring on a touchdown pass.
Went out the window right there.
Giving other teams something to look at on their scout report.
Yeah, they've tried to throw the ball 3 times already, and he has 11 attempts all year. It's crazy.
All right, coming out this time for St. Albans. Same lineup. Low in the backfield with Reese Lilly. And then we got a wide receiver that takes off too early. Wood taking off. And then again, playing behind the sticks.
Yep, that's exactly what we've been talking about.
So we got 1st and 15 now.
I'd like to see him take a shot right here.
He's getting time.
He's getting.
And he's got a good arm, so.
The offensive line's holding up really well. I mean, Spring Valley's big, aggressive. And they're holding up.
This time Campbell takes that little screen pass out to the wide receiver, and he's just buried by the Spring Valley defense there. So number
Was that Miguel? 32.
32 was the tackle on that. So now St. Albans even further behind the sticks. Looks like you're giving him about a loss of 2 yards on that, 2.5. Lilly draws back. He does get pressure this time, and then his pass goes tall to number 2, James Lowe. James Lowe and Campbell's been the 2 top receivers here tonight. So now we got 3rd and long for St. Albans.
You chased me after school in 5th grade over Uno.
5 wide receivers. Nobody in the backfield this time for St. Albans. Only 3 linemen rushing, or 3 defensive linemen rushing. Lilly's pass out in the middle of the field, and the ball's too tall.
If he just stays in the pocket right there.
Keith Carter just had to play defense there, knocked over the defender there, so he wouldn't have a chance for an interception. So now that brings up 4th down. Most likely a punting situation here for St. Albans. Campbell back. Cannon Dillon, the return man for Spring Valley. And the punt, couldn't tell if that ball was tipped, but it's still got a pretty good roll on it. And that ball's going to roll all the way back to the 20-yard line. So another good punt there by Campbell. Turned into a punter.
Hey, flipping fields. I mean, take it where you can get it.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it, most teams don't have that good of a punter.
No.
It costs them a lot of field position.
Yeah, I think, used to be teams never had a field goal kicker, but I think more teams have field goal kickers now than they do punters.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of kids see how kicking's not an easy job, but they think it's an easy job. It kind of interests them a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, this time we see more of an I formation this time by Spring Valley. 2 wide receivers. This is the second man through as he carries the ball. It's number 22 for Spring Valley, and that's Kane. And Kane carries the ball for a 1st down. Kane's got 2 carries in the game for 21 yards, so the 1st down guy there. You've got Zeke Lewis in front of him in that I formation, so he's got a pretty good blocking back right there.
Yeah, kid looks stout. Ball goes
And this
to him.
time Lewis does get the ball on the inside, and here comes Lewis up over the 40 to the 50, down over the 40 to the 35 and tackled down. And was there a fumble? No, the referee saying he's down. Good open field tackle there by St. Albans, and that's that is McKees Carter with a good open field tackle there. Took the legs out from underneath Lewis. So another big gain there for Spring Valley. Here comes the ball again, up over the 20, down to 12, 13-yard line.
Will Martin on the tackle.
Couldn't see the number there, but that's a...
Will Martin, 21.
It seems like they just keep sneaking more running backs into the game.
Yeah, it's almost like they have 30 of them. They went back to that double wing look rather than the eye look right there.
That's Purdue in the backfield.
Oh, ball.
And we got a fumble on the field, but I think Lovejoy is going to get back down on that. So that'll be a no gain there for Lovejoy. This time back in that I formation for Spring Valley, 2 wide receivers. Inside handoff up over the 10, down close to the 5, but that'll make him short of the first down. It's number 22, Kane. And he goes limping off the field here.
James Lowe on the stop. Came up and filled the hole from his safety position.
This brings in Christopher to replace him. So it looks like third and about 3 yards. There's a handoff taken and straight into the end zone. Goes number 36, and that's Purdue. Got some lead blocker there and just followed him all the way through, Christopher there. And Purdue scores the touchdown. Cheshire to attempt the extra point. Place kick is down and it's through. It's 14-0 in favor of the Timberwolves. And time-wise, we do not know. Our clock is out, so just bear with us.
Still in the first quarter somewhere.
So you're watching live streaming coverage on video production and listening live on Retro 96.9 WWSA.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Back live at Crawford Field in St. Albans, West Virginia here tonight. The St. Albans Red Dragons trying to look for their first win, and the Spring Valley Timberwolves 2-2 on the season. Ranked number 14th in the state in the latest rankings.
Little pooch kick.
This time taken there by number 1, Carter.
McKees.
Breaks it up over the 50 to the 40. He's got blockers out in front, the 30, the 20, the 15, the 10, and he's taking it to the house. Touchdown, baby. The first one of the season.
It comes on a kickoff return by McKees.
And I'm looking around, and I don't see any flags.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, we're on the board.
Man, Nikes Carter busting out of there.
I mean, his 2 returns today. I mean, what, a 30-yarder, and then he throws that ball at the 20.
Taking about 70-some yards there. See if our producer's got a replay of that. Let's see what the extra point. Looks like Campbell's the kicker on there. We haven't got to see this year.
Yeah.
We didn't know who the kicker was. And now we got Stotts running out on the field to call timeout. So he didn't like what he saw. So we got a timeout, St. Albans. So we'll take that with him. You're watching live streaming coverage on video production and listening live on Retro 96.9 WWSA.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
We're all kind of just.
And we're back live here at St. Albans High School. St. Albans scoring their first touchdown of the year. Coming on a big return, a big kickoff return there by Nikes Carter. So he took it to the house for about 70-some yards there. And puts St. Albans on the board, 14-6. Campbell trying to tack on the extra point here.
Hey, a little momentum goes a long way.
Placed down. The kick is nowhere close. It's under the crossbar, but hey, we scored. It's 14-6 in favor of the Timberwolves. Love it. So we're going to take a look at the cheer cam now. And Jackson, I don't know if you've seen this. We've tuned up the cheerleaders to get us into the game, but no action going on down there, Josh. Our producer, Josh. Can't make them cheer. We just scored. They should be jumping around.
You got to it too late.
I know Elias complained that the Dragon didn't get enough air coverage there, or air time in that first game. So, Josh, maybe you can zoom in on the Dragon a little more. All right, we're set to kick off. We're still in the first quarter. We don't know what the time is in the first quarter, but we do know the score is 14-6 in favor of the Timberwolves.
We got 38 seconds left in the first quarter.
38 seconds left here in the first quarter.
My buddy up here from Spring Valley, they have a guy down there in the end zone. Just got confirmation from the white hat. 38 seconds.
So we'll set it up here. Campbell will be the kicker for St. Albans. And back deep, Cannon Dillon and Day Page back for Spring Valley. There's our Dragon. We have a Dragon. Oh, a near onside kick maybe. I don't know. Taken by the up man of Spring Valley. And that ball's going to be in good field position for Spring Valley as they get the ball there at the 48. The ball was kicked up in the air there. The tackle made by Elijah Wood for St. Albans. Kind of a little trickery to maybe get some more momentum there.
Yeah. Hey, if they just fire off the ball and get a couple of stops right here, get the ball back, I think we might be in business.
Lovejoy showing 3 wide receivers, only 1 running back this time, but they run the pitch to Lewis. Lewis up over the 50 to the 40 to the 30. Still keeps his bounce. No, they're saying he stepped out of bounds. Got him stepping out about the 26-yard line. First down carry there by Zeke Lewis for Spring Valley.
We just had nobody outside. And stacking the box. leave them one-on-one.
That play goes back to when you were first starting out at football there. That was your basic play right there.
Yep. What?
I think sometimes we only had 3 plays. And
Yeah.
you have to trap inside and 2 on the out. This time the I formation. 2 wide receivers at the top.
To Lewis.
Lewis barrels ahead there.
Into the first.
And that will be the end of the first quarter as Spring Valley driving. We'll switch the ends of the fields. We'll take a break. You're watching live streaming coverage on video production and listening live on Retro 96.9 WWSA.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Spring Valley driving once again. And we saw them pass the first couple of possessions, but this last 2 drives have been on the ground. I think they're going back to Spring Valley football.
Yep. 3 yards and a cloud of dust, or I guess a cloud of turf here at St. Albans.
Yeah. I think they still play on grass at Spring Valley. At least they did for the soccer.
Yeah. I don't think they'll ever go to turf. I think it benefits them too much.
Oh, yeah. Get those big schools in there that got those athletes. Slow them down.
Yep.
Lewis, the lone running back this time, all bunched in there with 1 wide receiver, but coming out of his H-back position is number 21, Cannon Dillon to take the carry. Picks up about 5 yards. Brings up 3rd down about 3, 2.
3. 2 and a half, no, 3.5, roughly. Zeke Lewis just went out the game.
Placed there by Christopher. Definitely 4 down territory here for Spring Valley. I formation, 2 wide receivers down here. And the ball's given inside and carried into the end zone. I think that's Purdue again. That'll be his 2nd touchdown of the game. He carried the ball in from about the 18-yard line.
The one thing you're not going to do against the Spring Valley team is tackle high.
Yeah.
They'll just drag you with them.
Yes. Yeah, these running backs are not small.
No.
Cheshire for the extra point for Spring Valley. Place is down, kick is up, and he's got it. So 21-6 is our score here early, 2nd quarter. Again, with no clock, so that's why you're not seeing it on the TV screen. But we're going to take a break. You're watching live streaming coverage on video production and listening live on Retro 96.9 WWSA.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
We're playing 15-minute quarters. Something's wrong.
Yeah. Back live here at St. Albans. Second quarter action, and the Spring Valley Timberwolves 21-6. But this has been the best offense so far for St. Albans this season, which their touchdown came on a kick return, but the offense has looked pretty good here so far this evening. This time Carter misplaced the kick, and he's going to be drugged down there at the 10-yard line.
At that point, trying to let it go into the end zone.
Yeah, he maybe lost that there in some of the lighting, maybe. So St. Albans will take over there. They've been getting pretty decent field position there, but this time
Start deep in our end.
no room for mistakes here. As we look across that Spring Valley, they still get numbers on their football team. The kid's really interested, but you know, you could go back to the old days when Cerrito Canova was a powerhouse, and Wayne was a powerhouse, and Buffalo Wayne was a powerhouse. And we got a timeout with St. Albans here. We'll stick it right here. Talk a little bit more about CK and Buffalo Wayne, or not Buffalo Wayne, but I can't remember what that other school was. But, you know, they were powerhouses for years, especially CK when I was growing up.
It is Buffalo Wayne.
Buffalo Wayne?
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, all three schools were different classifications. I think CK ended up being a single-A school there at the end, and Buffalo and Wayne, I think, ended up being double-A. You know, there still is Wayne, but
they just dropped the Buffalo.
Yeah, just the Buffalo and the CK. Nice facilities down there. Reese Lilly this time. He's got 3 wide receivers, but they're really spread out. It's kind of a newer look. He's going to throw this one kind of a wide receiver screen over and way short if he's a receiver.
I mean, he's throwing from the hash to the other numbers. I mean, not an easy throw.
Yeah, I tried those shorter ones, and Spring Valley snipped them out, so they figure they can toss it out there to Wood, and he'd have some running room.
Just like on the first possession, they were running those ends and slant routes and having success doing it. Why go away from it?
This time 5 wide receivers. We see more of that bunch down here on the short side with the 3. And then the 2 spread out at the top. In motion comes James Lowe. And he's going to take the handoff on that end around, and he's going to be met there at the line of scrimmage. Pulls forward for a couple. Going to bring up 3rd down. 7 yards for a first. This time the same formation. Here comes the end around once again, but this time Lilly keeps it, and Spring Valley sniffs that out as big number 62 there jumped all over that ball, and or the receiver or the quarterback there, and throws him to the ground. That's McChristian. So he takes him down to the ground. So that'll bring up 4th down. That'll bring out Campbell again to punt.
I bet you they try to return this one.
Campbell Dillon here back on this punt here is going to be straight up in the air. Good hang time. Good roll. I'm telling you, he's a very impressive punter.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's a lot that kid can't do.
Yeah, I mean, he angled that perfect. He got a good roll, and the ball went out of bounds. No chance for a return. And as you said, I mean, when you're kicking it deep out of your end.
Yeah, I mean, I think his feet were on the end zone line. What, 50?
So, yeah, he's getting to 55
56?
yards.
Yeah, I mean, can't ask for more.
Not from high school.
No. You don't run into a whole lot of those.
Defense needs to step up, tighten up here.
Go back to what they were doing the first possession.
Give up another touchdown. It could be another long evening here for St. Albans. Got the H back, 2 wide receivers at the top.
That's a false start.
And I don't see any flags, but Lewis turns the corner, gets up over the 50 to the 40 to the 30. He's got a couple guys, Campbell and
Good stop.
Carter, the only 2 back there, and they knock him out of bounds.
Flag.
And we do have a flag back at the St. Albans 40. So maybe we got a penalty from there, maybe.
Yeah, the H-back was moving before.
Got away with it, but didn't get away with that. The ball's going to be marked off from the 40. So a big gain there by Spring Valley is going to be brought back. And it's only going to be a 4-yard gain. But they will replay first down.
Who was that? Muhammad had a chance at him. Lewis
just got out on that angle there,
Yep.
and he was off to the races.
That's twice.
Good job by Carter to catch up with him there, and now we got another flag. An illegal procedure penalty called on Spring Valley. It's good to see the other team to get a penalty for once or twice, 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
It's always going against us.
A little change of scenery.
And we talked about St. Albans, when you're talking about injuries to their big man up front. They got injuries up and down the lineup now. The team has been hit hard 2 years in a row. This time, looks like Lewis once again, maybe, as he takes ball straight forward. Nope. 18 this time.
That's a new runner. He ain't run the ball all year.
Davis, Lincoln Davis. No, they're saying it was 36, wasn't it?
No, it was 18. Yeah, it was 18. No, Lewis back in the game. That kid's just workhorse.
Yeah, he's one of those kids that probably practices 2 hours after practice.
They've got him listed.
Here he comes again, Lewis up over the 50. And he's going to met there by Campbell. Campbell slows him down there.
They got him listed at 6'1", 209, and I bet he's every bit of 209.
Yeah, I guarantee it. James Lowe. Campbell did a good job slowing him up, and James Lowe taking him to the ground. And if you look at James Lowe, he's not a very big guy.
No. Yeah.
And he did a good job bringing him down there in the open field.
160.
I don't see any lights on our scoreboard, so I think tonight we will not have a scoreboard.
Gave up on it.
It'll work I formation once again for Lovejoy. This time he's going to take a quick pass out to Day Page, and he's going to carry that ball for about a 10-yard, 11-yard gain. And that's what St. Albans has been trying to do, just that out pass. And
yeah.
I think the difference is where Spring Valley's established that run.
You're not expecting it.
So it's going to be 1st and 10. The ball sitting on the 25-yard line. Sometime here in the second quarter, we are. Inside handoff once again, and it looks like number 11 this time carrying it.
Bo Christopher. I mean, how many kids for them have carried the ball tonight?
Quite a few. We need to hook up with their statistician here after the game. Keep them all intact. I know when he gave me the starting lineups, he gave me like 5 running backs. I was like, which one started?
Yeah.
So I guess they're all equivalent. They'll all play. High formation, 2 wide receivers down here. This is another quick pass out there, and this one's going to the house. But it looks like we got a penalty marker down this page. A little illegal block. And Dylan's touchdown will be called back. From the preliminary indications there, a little bit of a hold there on Page. I know talking to their statistician, he said a lot of guys play both ways for Spring Valley also. Yep. But I guarantee they don't have as many as St. Albans has.
Yeah.
I think St. Albans just switches. I mean, I think the whole team other than Reese Lilly plays offense and defense. Yeah.
And, I mean, I think looking over there, they probably have 3 times the kids
Yeah.
that we have dressed. And it's dressed because I think a lot of their JV kids don't even dress.
They may not.
But
be nice to have that problem.
Yeah, it would.
And we've talked about it several times on talk shows, how we get kids to come out and play.
It's hard to get them to put the video game down. That's what rules the world.
This time the H-back coming around takes the ball as he goes around the end, up over the 10, and good tackle. Will Martin, now we got another flag.
We're going to have offsetting for after the play.
Dylan lined up in that H-back position, came around and took that handoff, goes around that left side. And the referee's sorting this out.
A big 10-yard hold, 15 after the play on sportsmanlike.
And they're marking it off against Spring Valley. Hold, or 10-yard. Oh, and then a personal foul on St. Albans. So that'll give them the yards back plus the first down.
They're still going to have to
so that ball is going to be placed, looks like the 10-yard line, so it'll be first and goal, or are they giving them the first down at the 1?
Yep.
11-yard line, so the first down will be at the 1. Lovejoy, the quarterback, 2 wide receivers, inside handoff once again, and taking it to the house once again. I don't think it's Purdue this time.
11.
Number 11 in there, that's
Bo Christopher.
Christopher, yeah, Bo Christopher takes it in for his first touchdown.
He had 2 attempts all year. I think he had 3 just on this drive. Rushing attempts, that is.
I should have been keeping track of the score. Is that 27 now?
Yeah, I do believe.
5:49 on the clock.
5:49 we're being told here in the first half. And the ball's through, so it's 28-6 in favor of Spring Valley. You're watching live streaming coverage on video production. Live streaming on Retro 96.9 WWSA.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
And we're back live here at St. Albans High School. Or not at the high school, but at Crawford Field. I always get confused on that. I don't know why St. Albans chose, I guess this field's been around for years, chose to play away from the high school, but it is what it is. It's middle of downtown St. Albans. Which the high school, I guess, is too, but.
Yeah, this one's right off the bridge, though.
This time they're kicking it right to Carter. He's had 2 good returns, but they're still kicking it right at him. And this time he's going to be tackled down there at the 25-yard line. And number 20 there for Peyton Bailey brings him down for Spring Valley. Got some score updates for us there?
I was looking. And 3, I guess it'd be a 3A, 4A matchup. University's beating Fairmont Senior 21-7 at halftime. George Washington's losing 7-0 to Barnesville in the second quarter. Two no-win teams down here at the bottom, Cabell Midland and Hurricane. Cabell Midland's winning 27-0.
Oh, really?
Yep,
Yeah.
second quarter.
We got Hurricane next week at Hurricane. Here comes the pitch to James Lowe. Nice carry there. Picks up about 5-6 yards.
The team across the bridge, Nitros up on Ripley, 42-0.
I think
second quarter.
Ripley had high expectations this year, but losing to South Charleston and getting blown out by Nitro now. Here comes James Lowe once again. He bounces back, changes direction on the field, breaks away from a tackler at the 25, and breaks up into the 30, and still on his feet. As he
First down.
Right at the gain line there, a 38-yard line, and the referee says first down. Comes the replay. A lot of yards.
Yeah.
He cut to the right, cut back to the left here, pulled out of a tackle there, and near tackled there. And then you can see him, he cuts down up over the 35 up to the 39-yard line. So good job there by James Lowe. Reese Lilly, this time Muhammad in the backfield. And he is swarmed under. He's going to lose a couple yards. James Lowe probably a little tired after all that running he did.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Coach, I need one.
Like you said, they played both offense and defense, and there's no rest time except for halftime.
Yep. And he's on kickoff return too.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying much attention on kickoff, but I know he's on kickoff return. He's the other guy back deep for us.
Lilly on 2nd and 11, loss of 1 yard on that last. Oh, a snap that Lilly wasn't even looking for. He was looking over these wide receivers over to the right side, and the ball came back and hit him in the shoulder pad. Luckily for Lilly, he was able to get back on that and save it for St. Albans, but brings up 3rd and a mile now. It's about a 10-yard loss. St. Albans just keeps digging themselves into holes. 5 wide receivers, no running backs. Lilly drops back with only a 3-man rush. Across the middle, the ball's tipped in the air, and it's going to be intercepted by Spring Valley. Number 34 for Spring Valley, Logan Henson, gets the rebound, I guess, or the tip ball. And Spring Valley will take the ball back over in St. Albans territory. Pretty congested there as the Spring Valley only rushed 3.
Yeah, he's trying to force one.
And
got injured.
And we got a timeout. 30-second timeout. So we'll stay right here. So we're about 4 minutes, I do believe, probably approximately 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Been pretty much all Spring Valley, but, you know, St. Albans has had some positives.
Yeah.
You know, something we haven't seen this year.
And it's not been neglected by penalties. It's been neglected by dumb mistakes.
Yeah.
And the stuff that you can control.
Like that last possession, the snap.
Yep.
You know, so, and then luck by Spring Valley gave them the momentum.
The
lucky good defensive play knocks it away.
And and then the lucky touchdown to start the game. Tip it up there and guy runs underneath of it.
You know, a team that doesn't need any luck, they get the luck.
Yeah. Hey, maybe it'll swing this way.
The touchdown for St. Albans came on a nice 70-yard kickoff return by Carter. Carter's had a couple of good returns, but then we talk about 2 good returns, and then he misplayed a ball that put the ball back at the 10. Lovejoy drops back for the pass. He's going to heave this one up, and wide open out in the flat there is Page. Day Page was just wide open. I guess that ball was incomplete. I thought he caught that ball.
It's close. I mean, but they had a referee right there on top of it.
Turned the lights on behind us there. It kind of took me by surprise.
Yeah.
How is? It's going to be 2nd and 10 for Spring Valley. 2 wide receivers at the top. 2 running backs this time as they split. And here comes Lewis. Lewis rambling on up over the 20, and only one man to beat, and he takes it to the end zone. I think the offensive line's starting to wear on St. Albans now.
Absolutely. I mean, they can sub in. I'd say every kid on their team can play. You got, I mean,
Zeke Lewis that time just no one hit him at the line of scrimmage. The last guy there got a hand on him right before he walked into the end zone. So when you can make holes like that, I wouldn't say I could run through them. I still would have to.
Makes life a little bit easier.
Definitely when you're 16, 17 years old, you can definitely scoot through them. The extra point places down, and I think he's going to miss this one. We're looking at 34-6 now. We need to get our producer Josh to come up with an icon or something there at halftime for us. I don't know if he can or not. Keeps track of the score at least. So we got, haven't heard how much time, but we have to be getting close to halftime. 2:22 here in the first half as Spring Valley is starting to run away with this. This time, you're talking about James Lowe being back. This time we're going to switch it out here. We got number 4, Maxwell, going back with Carter.
I think Lowe was the one that was hurt on that play. He's down here without his helmet on.
See if they continue to kick at the Carter. And again, it's going to be Carter. He takes the ball at the 10. Up over the 20. He's hit and drugged down there about the 24, 25-yard line. And that's where St. Albans will start their offense. Down 34-6. And Coach Stotts says he just try to drain this clock down, and
I mean,
or does he try to maybe run a play to see if he can
I think he
get it down the field?
Test the water. I mean, the offensive line is blocked really good tonight. He's had plenty of time in the pocket. It's just not there right now. I mean, the negative plays have been self-inflicting negative plays. Bad snap, fumbled exchange between quarterback and running back. I mean,
that same formation, 5 wides. Pass down. The intended receiver there, Campbell, but the ball's going to fall short. Campbell left a little early on that, but no flags. But still, he wasn't able to get to the ball.
Reese took a shot right there.
Well, that's probably his first one of the game. He's been pretty, like you said, that offensive line's protected him really well.
Yeah.
Unlike the Nitro game where he took some hits. He probably took an ice bath for a week on that one.
Yeah, I would say so.
Lilly this time, he's got a pass rusher
He didn't get touched.
Took off from that linebacker's position, and he just kept coming. And that's third down, and we're hoping that this clock will run down here. Coming up at halftime, I have our sit-down, our normal sit-down, get back into the game with our athletic trainer, Jason Forster. We'll also check in with the St. Albans band. Spring Valley's band is here, so they'll take the field first. So 5 wide receivers. This time a nice little cross to Lowe, and Lowe's going to take it up close to the first down. Man, he's just going to be inches short.
Go for it. Oh, they gave it to him.
Gave his first down, yeah. I think if that was the NFL, I think they would have had that ball measure that. And
we were talking about a little bit of luck. There it is.
There
A
it is, yeah.
little bit of luck. Yeah, you were talking at the beginning of the game. The play before this, Reese was getting the signals. He didn't run to the sideline. At this point, he ran to the sideline. Maybe a little bit of clock management, trying to get the...
Maybe. I thought that was odd last year, but it seemed like when he was doing that, he was playing better. And this time, that was close to maybe a pass interference, but no flag there. As both players tangled up with each other. And Wood went down. Second down. I know in basketball, they always had those little clocks they could bring out and sit on the table or something.
They do those for like wrestling.
Yeah.
That's all you see. Shoot, we could get one of those out. But then again, referees won't be able to see it, so it'd be kind of tough.
And this time, Billy rushed a little bit, throws an errant pass over here to Campbell, goes out of bounds. Third down. This could be dangerous here because, you know, Spring Valley's going to bring it.
At this point, I'd just run the ball. Well, I mean, you've tried.
Go back to the old draw play.
I'd just try to get it to halftime without having any more damage done. I mean, but they come out and empty.
Yep.
Here it comes.
Lily slipped on that. Looked like he tried
Lost
to
the footing.
Step there and lost it, and the ball just falls incomplete. He had a guy coming across there.
Lowe's hurting.
He's holding his arm as he comes off the field. I didn't see.
Yeah, he was. It happened on the interception that Reese threw, is when he got hurt the first time, and then just kind of hanging around.
Campbell, the kick, the punt. Oh, nearly gets that one blocked. Still gets a good roll.
Yeah.
Nice job by Wood to get back there. So for Spring Valley, do they just take it to halftime here? Or are they trying to just run one of the big running backs and
I mean, I would think they're going to try and score.
All right, Spring Valley out. A couple wide receivers, man in motion. This time, Lovejoy's going to air it out, and it's caught. And here he goes up the sideline for a touchdown. Number 21, Cannon Dillon, comes out of that H-back position there and sprints down the sideline. And Lovejoy connects with him. Like you said, they were going for the touchdown.
Yeah.
So Might be an early evening for most of the Spring Valley starters here tonight.
How many? 23 seconds left.
23 seconds left here in the first half. The extra point is up and good. Increases the score to 41-6. We're getting into mercy rule stage. As we wind down this first half. You're watching live streaming coverage on video production and listening live on 96.9 WWSA.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
And back live here at Crawford Field as the Spring Valley Timberwolves tack on another one. This time by a pass. And the kick, and there's Lowe back in the game. As he takes it down to, or starts there at the 25. So as we wind down this first quarter, if you're just now joining us, you don't see the clock or anything on there. It's not our issue. That was the scoreboard issue, is completely down. The referees are keeping the time on the sidelines tonight. So we try to keep you updated when we're here. It's just been hard to get to the time. But the score is 41-6 in favor of the Spring Valley Timberwolves. If you're tuning in, we'll try to keep you updated on that score, at least.
Yeah, 24 seconds left here till half. Timeout, St. Albans.
Albans calls a timeout. I guess Coach Stott says, I need to talk about this. I would think at this point you would just sit on it, go to halftime, and come up with some better plays, huh?
I would. There's no reason to run another play. It's just another play that could have
get somebody hurt or
have something go wrong.
Tremendously wrong, yeah.
And you give them another touchdown before half. I mean, we just watched them score in 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Plenty of time.
And up by 40 points here in the third. They will go into the mercy rule. So right now we're still under that, 41-6. So I don't think you want to come out third quarter and just run the clock.
No.
This time it's going to be a pitch. This is Muhammad. It's a couple yards.
Taking it to half.
And we're going to go to halftime. They'll set you up here at halftime. It's 41-6. And the Spring Valley Band will be marching first. So, and we'll take our commercial break, and then we'll go into our interview that we do every halftime with Jason Forrester, the athletic trainer at St. Albans, is getting back in the game. So we'll be back, and we'll give you just a little break here from us. And you're watching live streaming coverage on video production and listening live on Retro 96.9 WWSA.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Why choose Thornhill Auto Group?
It starts with selection.
10 quality brands,
all from a name you've trusted for years.
plus a great selection of pre-owned.
And don't forget, practically every vehicle we sell comes with Thornhill's Value Plus warranty.
It's coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy
at Thornhill Auto Group.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. ServPro, like it never even happened.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Before you hit
Halftime here at Crawford Field, and our segment is Getting Back on the Field with Head Athletic Director Jason Forrester. Jason, topic tonight is innovation, and we have seen smart watches, mouth guards with sensors, body armor, GPS vests in the college level. Do you think that stuff makes it to the high school level, or has it already made it to the high school level?
Some of it already has. For example, our Axiom helmets, they actually have sensors in them to be able to tell us how much force has gone through in an impact. So we have a separate essentially monitor that for those particular helmets that will send us a notification through that system, and then we're able to essentially check on that player to make sure see if they're all right or if they've got any concussion symptoms to be able to.
And that's built into the helmet?
Built in, yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. And also, with AI, I mean, if you talk about how powerful this is, what do you think AI will bring to your job? I mean, with urine samples, maybe blood tests.
So there's actually a lot in Europe right now that's been going on with blood tests and essentially waste products within the body. So over there, what they're doing is they're essentially taking a blood draw and they're able to determine how fatigued this player is. That's at the professional level, though. Mm-hmm. So when we're talking about that sort of stuff, there's a lot of associated cost with that.
Yes.
So within the essentially high school level, I don't think we're going to see that far into it. But there are all sorts of accelerometers and all other sensors, et cetera, to be able to help. And also, another really important sensor that we have is our wet bulb flow thermometer. Mm-hmm. I know that there's been a lot of innovation with those as well. With technology and with everything going on to where you can pull up, an app on your phone, you can be able to look at and see, all right, where is the wet bulb at right now for different situations, and even lightning detection. I've got an app on my phone that I can pull up and I can see, all right, there's lightning within 10 miles. All right, we need to start getting people off the field, just to be able to keep people safe.
And maybe go into detail on the wet bulb. You can determine the turf temperature.
Yeah, so it's a combination of essentially wind speed, air temperature, humidity, and the radiance of the sun. So it's able to kind of calculate and split us out. Per the WVSSOC, we have guidelines that we have to follow. So it gives us that number of where we need to be at, and allows us. It tells us essentially what we're allowed to do in practice that day. If it's above a certain level, then we're not allowed to practice. If it's under a certain level, then we're allowed to practice, but not having pads or anything else. And also the length of time kind of is determined with that as well. So there's been a lot of innovation within that itself as well through all that technology.
Okay. Senate Bill 585 honors the Cohen Craddock Student Athlete Safety Act, which was the Guardian helmet. Where do we at on that?
So the Guardian caps, I think it is, a good idea. Anything to be able to, help is, in my opinion, a positive. I don't know what the associated cost is going to be. To me, I would rather see a lot more trained medical staff, being on site, compared to, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what that associated cost with the Guardian caps are. The Guardian caps, there's a lot of research that's kind of conflicting. Some of that research shows that it does help decelerate, essentially Guardian cap to Guardian cap. But then we see other research where we have Guardian cap to, let's say, turf, and that associated force is still essentially the same. There's not a whole lot of, statistical deviation between those two. So, but I really do think, anything to be able to help, is a great thing. But essentially, if you sustain enough force, that concussive impact is still there, right? So if you consider, your brain like an egg yolk, and you got the white, in the shell, if you shake it hard enough, you're going to get that yolk to be scrambled, right? So if you have that force, if there's enough force there, no matter what you have on, then you can still have that concussive impact.
Do you think we'll have data on that in the next couple of years on schools that use those for practice, the schools that didn't, to see?
There is some data that's out there. There's actually a lot of good data with the NFL that's come out that's that's showing that those effects are good from the NFL. But what we see, from the NFL compared to college to NFHS, there's a big rule difference. So in the NFL, we have new kickoff rules. We have punting rules that are brand new, that are designed to prevent these essential head-on collisions. So at the NFHS level, we don't have that. College level, they're starting to implement some of those, but we're still having all that force and that impact to come in with that head-on head collision, essentially running 20 miles an hour into each other. Where the NFL, they're not. So those concussion statistics are down because of that. But that rule change still hasn't kind of came down the ladder.
I see all these things on kids. Are they helping? We got compression sleeves, different compression shorts with pads in them. And does that stuff happen or helping, or is that just something to market?
There are good impacts for those. For example,
the chest. I think I noticed some chest guards.
Yeah, the chest guards, the shoulder guards. They definitely help to dissipate that impact. Especially for example, if we have a shoulder injury, like an AC joint separation in the shoulder, right? What we're trying to prevent is, a head-on impact from that. So essentially one of those, like the Under Armour has the pads on it, that little collar right there, helps to essentially dissipate that impact and help those players. And especially like, for example, like the hip pads and that sort of stuff within the girls and kind of compression shorts, that does help to be able to dissipate that impact and not sustain, like a hip pointer and that sort of stuff. And a lot of times those compression, socks and sleeves, they do help to a certain extent. But I feel like sometimes they're a little bit, over-marketed. But that being said, when you think about alternatives, alternative treatments and that sort of thing, it's not going to hurt, right? Or you start talking about like crazier things, that might actually have some sort of impact, then I start to get worried. But when you consider like a compressing sleeve or something like that, it might be $20 for the good or $20 doesn't do anything. I mean, you give or take there.
Yeah. One last question. Is there anything in innovation that you would like to see happen?
I think you know, honestly, I really think the trickling down of those rules from the NFL. So we've seen all that data to where, you know, concussions are now less in the NFL. And that is a lot to do with those rule changes that we've seen. Also, there's, like I said, there's good data with the guardian caps within the NFL, but there's some, you know, caveats to that. But I think when you're talking about, you know, what's going on at that level, all that head-on head-to-head collision, running 20 miles an hour into each other, those forces that are associated, we're essentially talking about a car wreck, you know, a low-speed car wreck. That's the forces that we're talking about. So I think,
especially at the NFL level, there's
exactly
speed there.
And you know, right now in this state, we've got some pretty big dudes that are running pretty fast right now. So I really think the trend, you know, of seeing some of those rule implications into the NFHS could really make a big difference. And then with the use of our, you know, sensors and everything like that, then we really be able to see that data change, to be able to see where that change points happen.
Oh, some good stuff there. All right, well, halftime will continue right after this break. Thanks, Jason. And back live as the Spring Valley Marching Band performing here this evening. And Spring Valley, we talked about bands earlier. You know, my daughter was in band competition, and we did a lot of Spring Valley, not Spring Valley events, a lot of competitions with Spring Valley in them, and they won a lot of competitions. Them and Cabell Midland are probably the two better bands in the area. Cabell Midland is just phenomenal. But I guess we can talk bands and football after the first half. Just not much really to say. I guess we could just recap it here. But, you know, Spring Valley jumped out. Was, I guess, first possession, St. Albans drove the football and just fumbled the football. And, you know, I mean, we talked about what Spring Valley would do, and unfortunately they didn't have to run the clock. They're getting, you know, quick possessions and scores. But, you know, St. Albans not getting that touchdown on that first possession when they drove into the red zone. And
hurt. It knocked all the air out. And then you thought you had a little bit of something coming with the kickoff return. I mean, the one thing I would like to see on offense, I think you see it on the kickoff return. McGee's quarter, he's just a playmaker. I mean, he's got roughly 160 return yards this evening. I mean, I'd like to see them get him a little bit more involved.
Yeah, I mean, if he can do it there and miss, you know, because we saw the missed tackles, you know, we got to get him in the open field somehow.
Yeah.
Some sort of play to, you know, to exploit that speed that he has and, you know, that awareness of the field and, you know, be able to get in there. But St. Albans did get their first touchdown of the year on that. And, you know, that's a plus. I guess every building block is good. But I think the backbreaker was that, one play touchdown that Spring Valley scored there just before the half, the long pass, a team that doesn't pass.
Yeah, that has 2 passing touchdowns.
Yeah, it has 2 passing touchdowns. So, you know, a little bit surprising, you know, because I was thinking coming into this game, we're going to see the old Spring Valley. Last 2 years, we saw the RPO. We had the quarterback in there that ran it well. He was really good at keeping the ball and creating his own self. And then we thought, you know, the old Spring Valley team, we're going to run. But, you know, I guess
they've got us snapping a couple of times.
Yeah, you got to commit more players to the line of scrimmage to stop the run, and then it leaves a guy that just to run free down the field on that. So, as we mentioned, if you're just now joining us, the scoreboard is down here at St. Albans High School, so we don't have – I guess Josh got us a icon up. It's 41-6 now, as you can see that, thanks to our producer to quickly work himself into that. But we won't have the time. We will have the score there. And we're going to take a few minutes here and drop down to the field there as the St. Albans band takes the field here. And you can watch them. And
Access Health began as a small clinic with a simple yet powerful purpose: to care for our neighbors right here at home. From the very beginning, it was about people showing up for each other, building trust, and staying connected. Today, Access Health is serving thousands across southern West Virginia. But what makes us different isn't just the care we provide, it's who provides it. Our team was born here, trained here, and lives here. This is what community looks like. This is Access Health, by the community, for the community, always.
He's a Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon, or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com. Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
And we're back live here at Crawford Field in St. Albans, and 41-6 is our score. Spring Valley Timberwolves currently ranked 14th in the state, but I guarantee come week 10, that team won't be 14th in the state. Even though, how do you feel about this AAA bracket? I mean, it's strong.
I think it's better than the Quad A. I think it's
from top to bottom.
Top and bottom, it's way more competitive. I mean, I don't agree with the 4A whatnot. I don't think we're big enough to do that yet. I mean, we have 20 teams in 4A.
Yeah.
So only 4 teams are going to miss out on the playoffs.
And they're going to be bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm from Preston County, and Preston County's only won 1 or 2 football games in 10 years.
Yeah.
You know, so the bottom 16, I don't even think they should take 16 teams to that 4A bracket. I think they need to go back to 8 maybe.
Yeah. I mean, make it more competitive. Make it worth not putting a 2 and 8 team up against Huntington or Martinsburg that doesn't have the kids already.
Yeah.
And then you send them into a death trap.
Exactly. I've been feeling that way ever since that 4A weight bracket came out. Now, I do like it for basketball.
Yeah, basketball, it's a whole lot more competitive all around.
Yeah, and but as far as the AAA, I mean, you know, and Spring Valley, I mean, you know, that has been a powerhouse in that AAA 4A bracket, and you know, now they're every year, I would think Spring Valley would be one of those teams you're going to think at the top every year.
Absolutely.
And Nitro's coming on with their program.
Hoover's
coming on. Bridgeport just turns out kids right and left. I don't know where they get them all and where they breed them. It's like they got some DNA experiment going on.
You think about all the teams that are in that area within, I'd say, 30 miles of each other. And year in and year out, they're good in almost every sport. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, when I went to school in that area, everybody was a big school up there. You had Washington Irving, you had Lincoln, and I think the smallest school up there was South Harrison.
Yeah.
You know, well, they had the Catholic school, Notre Dame.
Yeah.
But, you know, everybody was a big school, and Bridgeport was a small school. They were, the double A, single A, back and forth, I think, and then they started growing. It was, and the rest of the schools, R.C. Byrd had to consolidate, and, now they're like a triple A school or double A school, and you got Bridgeport just turning out players. So tides have changed. People moved out of the city, I guess, and moved more into the Bridgeport area, much like Huntington, consolidating and kids moving into the Barbersville area, and, they're getting the athletes and with the transfer thing, I mean, you just don't know where your kids are going to come from.
No.
Now, you being at the middle school level, what, I don't know if you recruit the middle school level, but you see a lot of kids transferring and moving around in the middle school level?
I had a couple of kids transfer out at the end of the season last year for baseball that were, the kid's pretty good. He started as a sixth grader, had the second highest batting average on the team. He was a stud, but he went on down the road here. But he had played over in another little league all of his life, and then he played out at Hayes, and then he went back. And he's going to go play with all of his buddies at the other school.
I could see that, but it's not like St. Albans doesn't have a good baseball program.
Yeah.
They're competitors every year.
Every year.
And with the new format coming out, I would think that 8 teams now, I think, is going to be in the state tournament. I think St. Albans is a given to go to the state tournament.
Yeah, they'll be in there. They'll be a top 8 team as long as Rick Whitman's there.
Yeah, so moving around in baseball, I just don't see that happening. Well, we're getting ready to start the second half as both teams have.
Hey, we got a scoreboard.
Look at that! I'm telling you what, we have the best producer in high school sports. No clock tonight, but we do have a score, and I'm not very good at math. It's hard for me to keep up, but we'll keep it at 41-6, and we'll be fine. St. Albans got the ball first, and so we'll be kicking off the start the second half. Familiar with the mercy rule, it's a 40-point, 42, maybe 40-point lead.
Somewhere.
Third quarter, 30-point, fourth quarter. So with a 41-6, we're under 40 points, so we'll play regular football unless Spring Valley tacks one on here, and then I think we'll go into the mercy rule.
I'm going to try a nice little cheeky onside kick right here to the right side of the field.
Well, that's something we didn't talk about there when we talked about that first half. St. Albans did that, kind of pushed it up in the air and nearly came up with it.
Yeah.
But, you take that chance, and there you go. That's a little pooch, and
try and take don't go. If you see a fair catch, dive at the ball.
Yeah.
Go Batman style and just try and knock it out the air or something.
I know off the air we talked a little NFL. I was watching 2 weeks ago the Steelers. I know you probably saw it or saw highlights of it where the Steeler guy.
Caleb Johnson just let it
go.
Yeah, let the ball. Like you don't have to down it. Yeah.
I'm sure, I don't know, high school, college, somewhere you knew that was a live football, but
yeah,
maybe with the new rule changes with the kickoffs and pro, he thought maybe it was different. The Plexico Burroughs brain freeze. And this time it's Day around the edge, up over the 50 to the 40, cuts it back in the middle of the field and finally tackled from behind as he carries the ball for about almost 20 yards, gets the ball down to the 35-yard line. And that's what when you don't get that pooch kick, onside kick, whatever they want to call it there, doesn't go your way, you give up that field position, and quickly your opponent's in field goal or field position.
I think if you're going to pooch the ball, why aren't you just onside kicking it? Why give them a chance in the air when you can have a bad hop on the ground?
Exactly.
If you're going to be doing a 10-yard pooch kick, just kicking on the ground, try an onside kick. Do it every time.
Spring Valley still has, I think, all their starters out there to start the third quarter.
Yeah.
So this time inside a handoff given. Get a number on that.
18. Yeah, 18.
Lincoln Davis. And I think we talked about him in the first half. He didn't have any carries, I do believe.
Yeah, on their stat sheets, he has 0 carries on the year.
And he's had at least 3 tonight.
Yep.
And an injury player here. And Spring Valley. Looks like he's in red there, but Spring Valley trainers quickly out on the field there.
Number 5, Wood.
It's Woods, Elijah Wood.
Maybe a stinger. Working on that right arm.
I tell you, when you have to play both sides of the ball, play the minutes that they play,
Yeah.
and you get tired, a little fatigued, and sometimes it's not hard to get hurt. And as you
Especially-
know, as a football player, you were
Yeah.
telling me about all your injuries and stuff, and probably most of them were late in the game.
Yeah. I mean, it's
your body cramps up, stiffens up, and
especially when you're playing a team like Spring Valley that has
monsters.
I'd say probably 3 rotations. I mean, how many kids have carried the ball tonight? 6 or 7?
Yeah.
I mean, they have fresh legs every down.
And it looks like a new guy in the backfield there, and he looks
Number 7.
the big
Ethan. Yep, that's who got the ball. Ethan Washington. He hasn't carried the ball tonight.
Yeah, he's no slouch looking either. He
No.
comes in, he's a junior. One thing about noticing over their roster, they do have a lot of seniors on this team. So,
Absolutely.
I don't know what's backing them up after.
They always reproduce.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what you're getting with Spring Valley. You're going, except for they kind of surprised us tonight with a couple of balls in the air.
Yeah, I know their statistician was telling me. He said they're kind of in the wrong area because they can get plucked from Ohio and Kentucky and in Huntington area.
Yep.
And around here again is Page, and Page is going to take this one to pay dirt, it looks like. No, good job there. Nice
that?
hit out of bounds. Day Page is driven out of bounds there, and hard to see a number. Was that Campbell?
No, it was Carter.
Carter.
That's probably 4 times now that he's came from the far side of the field and stopped the touchdown. I mean,
we mentioned it. He's got the speed. We
Yeah.
just got to figure out how to get him in the offense.
Yep.
And I'm sure it probably keeps Coach Stotts up at night trying to figure out how to do it. This time end around, this time Page again. And then you got a wide receiver in Page, Day Page, which is another senior. Not getting any catches, but look, he's had 3 runs this quarter.
Yeah.
And he's like, Coach, give me the ball. So, even though they're going to count as rushing yards, not passing yards, but he still contributes for the team, and that puts them up 47-6. An extra point pending here. So this could put us in the mercy rule where the clock will just finish out. Oh, they're going to run a 2-point conversion, and there it is. Holy cow. The quarterback, Caden Lovejoy, was the holder. Took the snap and rolled around and to his right.
I couldn't tell if that was designed or if it was just a bad snap because it was off on his right hip.
Well, the guy that caught the ball knew that he was in trouble because he ran right to the end zone and makes it 2-point conversion, makes it 49-6. And for St. Albans, another night they give up quite a few points. They've been outscored this year. Well, coming into this game, 197-0. He went up 40 to Shady, 58 to Nitro, 51 to Riverside, and 48 last week at Capital. So another 49-point output tonight by the opposition. I just hope the kids don't get discouraged and walk away.
I mean, you know what you're playing against. When you're playing teams like Spring Valley, Capital, who else? Nitro. You know that they're going to come in and they're going to try and run it up on you, and it's kind of what you expect against those teams.
Yeah.
When you get a team in here like Lincoln County, or when they go to Lincoln County later in the year, it's a very winnable game. I mean,
and Logan, it's not, it's a AA team, but which they're winning. They're winning at the AA level, so I'm not saying that they're going to be an easy one. Here comes Carter once again, and he just like a pinball machine as he bounces around. And again, the St. Albans Red Dragons will start there at the 25, 26-yard line. Unlike the other ones, he got to the outside. This time he tried to get inside.
Right up the middle, yeah.
So maybe he saw something there and tried to cut. But then again, you know, that's been their best offense is Carter on the kick returns tonight.
Yep. It looks like they got JV on defense.
This time James Lowe. It's a 2-yard carry. But if you're a coach at Spring Valley, I think they probably accomplished everything they wanted to accomplish tonight. They threw some extra wrinkles in there for other teams to watch.
It gets other teams thinking, that's for sure.
Because their schedule doesn't get any easier. They play a lot of 4A teams, and then again, their AAA teams are Bridgeport and Capital.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, they play a tough schedule. Lilly this time outside there. There we go. As he gets it out to Carter, and we talked about that. We got to get Carter in the offense, and he catches the pass. And he's going to carry it up for a first down. I know the clock is probably running. I don't know exactly if it is, but, you know, still, even though you might be playing against some, you know, newer players, you know, still it's a good time to get a good rhythm and get your players
absolutely
some good practice time, some good reps. Look like a face mask inside there, but I don't see no flag as James Lowe carries the ball.
And like, even if you're going up against Spring Valley's JV, Spring Valley's JV can beat a lot of teams, and like the AAA, like the lower half of AAA, they would compete with those teams. So, I mean, it's not like it's Spring Valley's JV.
Yeah. And here comes James Lowe again. He gets hit in the backfield. He's treading backwards.
It's a horse collar. We're not getting that.
Maybe you say they got him by the arm there, maybe. Loses about 5-6 yards.
Yeah. I mean, it's close.
So that's going to bring up second down and long. After James Lowe's carry play before getting the first down. This time we got a double, triple reverse. Reese throws it out wide open, and it's short. I think it's going to be incomplete. Oh my goodness, that was a great play. Just a tiny bit
Come
short.
back for the ball.
Man. Wood was wide open.
Wide open.
And the ball just caught a little turf there.
Replay that, Josh.
Played by the referee to see that, too, because, I mean, we're up high. We had a good view at it. But being on the surface there may have been a little harder to see, but I think he got the play right. Reese is flushed out of the pocket, tries to release it, but I think the defender there had his arm and throws it incomplete. So I think that was fourth down, so that'll turn the ball over on possession.
Yeah, we're coming to fourth down now.
Is it fourth down?
Yeah.
I tell you, not having a scoreboard's killing me. I can't see that far across the field.
Yeah.
Brought my wrong glasses this evening. Looks like Chance Campbell to punt it away, and this one's a bad snap. It's over the punter's head. He gets back on it. He's going to take off running with it. He breaks a tackle. He breaks it up over the 20 to the 30. Pushed out no, he keeps his feet and keeps moving, and still going to be way short of the first down, but nice run. Well, you talked about his athletic ability. You saw it there.
Yeah, I mean.
And then we got a flag.
For what?
Personal foul.
Blindside
block. I think, did Spring Valley decline that?
I would say so.
Just take the ball right there?
Yeah. I mean, you can't, the only thing they could get on better field position is another bad snap and get to him.
Yeah. So Spring Valley will probably come out here. We'll readjust our lineups here because I'm sure that as long as their defense was, I'm sure their offense will probably come out. Their statistician I was talking to said that their regular starting quarterback, the guy they really wanted to be the quarterback, broke his collarbone in practice or something. And so kind of short on a quarterback or two. This time another handoff.
Good tackle on the keys.
This time is Peyton Bailey, the running back. And then another running back into the game. This is like no matter who they bring in,
they can run.
Tally up yards. We'll try to give you some numbers here in the game. Let's see what the quarterback's number is now. Is it 4? Number 4? Number 4 is Landon Spencer. He's going to keep the football as he gets around the edge, but I think he's going to lose yards on this. Tried to cut it up inside, well, nothing there, and then cut it back outside, and St. Albans defense pursued him. St. Albans shows a lot of speed from their free safeties and their cornerbacks.
I mean, we were talking about it earlier. Nikis and Chance come from the backside 90% of the time to make a play.
Yeah. That time Lowe getting it back there into the backfield. This time another handoff inside. And that's pretty much where their bread and butter's been all night. And that's at Bailey, Peyton Bailey once again. His second carry of the series. Gets it to 3rd and 5. We got no, well, I guess we still have the one in the one end zone there. The play clock down to 7 seconds, so Spring Valley running that all the way down also. This time, the wide receiver coming around, grabs the handoff, will carry it for a first down. That's Colton Mathis. We get to the 4th quarter, and we might see Coach Stotts maybe putting in some younger players. If he has any.
Yeah.
It looks like
they might have already all played.
Yeah, this team has been depleted by injuries for sure. You got more kids without shoulder pads down there than with them. There's a good stop by the St. Albans interior line there. That was Curry with the tackle. We had Melissa on, his mother, Mama Curry, in the pregame. Everybody tuned in for that. She is the vice president of the boosters, the St. Albans football team. Pretty much takes care of everything. I think she even washes their uniforms. So she got the name Mama Curry for a reason.
Absolutely. She
Yeah, we're going to take a timeout. You're watching live streaming coverage on video production. Listening live on Retro 96.9 WWSA.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
And back live at St. Albans, and that concluded the third quarter. And we are without a time clock. Hey, look, we got the cheer cam and the cheerleaders down there dancing. Cotton Eye Joe. I don't know the words. I know they do it at the Mountaineer Coliseum, which is not the Mountaineer Coliseum anymore. I guess it's
It'll always be.
Hope.
That's like Heinz Field and Acrisure Stadium.
Yeah.
It'll always be Heinz Field.
You got to make that money. So we'll start this third quarter here, and I guess we'll just run straight through unless there's a timeout by either team. So we'll just have 12 minutes of football left here. Spring Valley scrimmage in there from about the 17-yard line. And we got a fumble on it, and St. Albans going to scoop it up. The handoff was mishandled there by Spring Valley. And the St. Albans.
Yep, just never got it. Bad exchange.
There to pick it up. Number 54, Tunsil for St. Albans, recovers the football. So St. Albans gets a defensive win this evening here in the fourth quarter. Still to come here at St. Albans. We still got 2 more home games left on the schedule. Reese Lilly's going to throw it down the sideline and, nearly missed his. Man, I thought he had him there. And now he's down on the sideline there. It's Elijah Wood. Kind of got it turned him around, I think, there maybe. So he's injured on the play, and here comes the trainers out on the field. So we'll take a brief timeout. You're watching live streaming coverage on video production and listening live on Retro 96.9 WWSA.
I know that you've heard the name Shuckers. Shuckers has been at 70 Old Main Street, St. Albans for more than a decade. Really, serving up such great food like Shucker shrooms, jerk shrimp, juicy steaks, seafood, wings, stuffed shells, scallops, thin crust pizzas. There's something here for every taste bud in your house. Come hang out in the cozy bar area or bring your crew in and stretch out in the dining room for a memorable evening. Shuckers is more than seafood, it's your food. Open Tuesday through Saturday. We'll see you at Shuckers.
And we're back live here at Crawford Field on a running clock here in the fourth quarter. And you can see the score there, 49-6 in favor of Spring Valley. And the hurt player for St. Albans, Elijah Wood. But he's standing now, and he's coming off the field. So looks like maybe a leg injury possibly. Looks like Coach Stotts and the athletic trainer there escorting him off the field or helping him off the field. But that was probably a good pass by.
Yeah, I mean,
that was probably one of his better ones tonight. I mean, that ball was.
It was out there.
If he had a nice 6'2" guy there, he probably would have came up with it.
A little back shoulder.
So we just hope this injury's not something serious. We've already seen a lot of injuries this year with the team. So Reese got 5 wide receivers once again. As he looks, he gets a good, and this time,
he dropped it.
Oh, Campbell had the ball for 6. I think he was thinking 6.
Late hit.
And then we got a personal foul. Let's see if Lily's all right. players help him up, and he's struggling there. I think he's going to have to come off for at least one play there. He got rocked.
Do we have that? See what happened?
Just before the pass, I said he was having good protection there, and then I turned my head away to watch the pass. So St. Albans is going to call a timeout. Try to look that up. I don't know, maybe trying to keep Reese. Reese, tough kid, man.
He takes shots every game, gets right back up.
You think he's done or he's not coming back, and next thing you know, he's right back in the huddle. Well, not a huddle, but back on the field. Because that Nitro game, man, he took like 2 or 3 shots in a row. And
Shady, too. Shady was rough on him.
I'm thinking, man, there's no way he's coming back. And he's right back in there. He's staying in the timeout to keep him in the game, and here he comes.
I'm taking another shot to Campbell. Or Nikis is at the top. But
yeah, he's made 2 good passes in a row here.
Why can't he stay in? They call a timeout. Means he does not.
Interpretate the rule here. Trying to push the coaches back to the sidelines here. Let's see who's going to take over at quarterback. Would that be Campbell?
They're one short.
What position did he play over at Hayes?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. There
a lot of this.
A little bit of wildcat here as Campbell takes the ball up over the 40. Bounces outside and taken out of bounds here.
A lot of that.
About 43, 44-yard line. I don't think we see enough wildcat in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, the RPO is kind of taking over the game, you know, and you know, just that straight up wildcat go.
Yep. I mean, it sends the defense into a curveball.
You can't do it every game or every play. But,
every play,
it's nice to.
Every play, he just become a quarterback.
But you know, and people tip it off because they'll bring a guy in just to do it. But you know, I think it's nice to have a quarterback that can. Another pass. This one. Maybe showing the effects there of that hit as he overthrows his receiver there. Brings up 3rd down, about 4, 5.
Put Campbell back there. Pick up 1st down. Restart it.
Yeah, they got these younger kids in there. Go back to that little flea flicker they ran there.
Yeah, might get one on them.
4-man rush. They send a guy late there, but Reese still got the ball off. Overthrows his wide receiver there, Carter.
Don't punt it. Is that?
They ran the kicker on. Now they're running a kicker off.
Play down run.
Reese steps up in the pocket. He's going to take off with it. He's hit it
to
50. Wow.
Take it to him.
Yeah, that was a good job. It's the 1st down.
I mean, they know we're throwing the ball, right?
Yeah.
I like it. Hit a little QB draw. Hit another one right here. Send everybody on go routes and free up the middle.
Yep.
They're only sending, what, a 3-man rush?
3-man rush. We saw on that one he overthrew. They sent a guy late from the linebacker's position there, but that one there was a 3-man rush, and St. Albans made him pay. And they got 4 guys up on the line of scrimmage. And drop 1 back. And rush 3. Lily's pass to Campbell. He's got it at the 20, and he's going to be drugged down at the 15. Nice job there by Campbell. Caught the ball. And he's drugged down. So it'll be 1st and 10. The ball's setting about the 16-yard line.
Punch another one in here would be nice.
Reese Lilly looks. He's going to take off with it. Nope. He's going to stop and throw, and he's got a wide
Touchdown.
open receiver. And that'd be low for the touchdown. St. Albans has really no choice. Let's go for 2. James Lowe there just standing all by himself there. I thought Reese was going to take it. He stopped right there at the line of scrimmage and just threw that little pass. That was his best option.
Absolutely. The last run he had kind of brought everybody's eyes into the backfield a little bit. Running right up the middle.
Lowe's in motion. He's going to take, no, it's a little fake handoff, and Reese gets his helmet blasted from him. And I think he's going to be short. I don't think he got in. And Reese faked the handoff. We got flags down on the field. I don't know what the flag was in the middle of the field there. We got against St. Albans, though. So I'm sure that'll be declined. Yeah, Reese took a hit there.
He took a shot.
He's helmet off there.
Replay that.
He comes over the sidelines, gets some high fives. And he's like, yeah, man.
Took one to the chin. Straight to the chops. But that's he got right back up. Walked right off the field. He's tough, man.
Go home, give him a bottle of Tylenol tonight.
Yeah.
How to survive a game. So St. Albans looks
Mark
like
off 15. That hurts.
Yeah, because just those things has just haunted this team for the last 2 seasons.
Yep.
For sure. Really, I'd say probably the last 4 seasons because Coach Washington had problems with it too.
Yeah.
Just buried themselves with penalties.
I'd say probably since like 2007.
He picked up there by Spring Valley. Number 25. That is Max Spoor. Max Spoor carries the ball. Let's see where they mark that ball. Looks like
44.
44, yes. And then we got another flag.
What are we
coming out of nowhere? Against St. Albans.
Is that sideline warning? Unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, I think in that Shady Springs game we had more penalty yards than we did total yards. Producer saying that was a targeting call. Quarterback keeper is going to be drugged down behind the line of scrimmage. Landon Spencer, the quarterback for Spring Valley now. junior. So most likely might be their starting quarterback next season. Or be in the hunt. But Caden Lovejoy is also a junior, so both of them. Handoff to number 33, Eddie. Eddie gets a couple yards.
Don't stress out. You're good.
Third down here, third and long. We haven't seen that much with Spring Valley this evening.
Delay game.
So that makes a third down even longer. So a chance for St. Albans to make a stop here maybe.
Get off the field.
I'm sure they're in 4-down territory. Unless they just want to give their kicker a little extra try.
Is that the game? That's the game.
And that is it. Well, boys, that's kind of wraps it up here this evening. The St. Albans Red Dragons got some points on the board tonight. That's a plus. We haven't scored in the first 4 games of the year, so
absolutely
to put up 12 tonight, I'm sure Coach Stotts will take that. You know, it's hard to have high expectations after getting blown out 197-0 in 3 games or 4 games to come in and thinking you're going to pull some major upset. But, you know, they played well, had a couple good possessions.
I think there's a lot more positives than what there has been recently, whether it's on
Definitely
the offense.
Yeah, the 2 games that we saw and we had here live, definitely more positives. As you mentioned, that the Shady Springs game, they had more penalty yards than they did total yards. Nitro wasn't much better. So, yeah, they scored twice.
Nitro is kind of tough, though. You start a game on a Friday and finish it on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Those Saturday morning games as a high school are kind of tough.
Yeah, Nitro came awake and ready to play. I don't know if they went to bed or what the deal was. They thought they were still just came out of the halftime, but
yeah,
that St. Albans just slept through that second half there. But I think they scored twice in a minute that was left in that second quarter before halftime. So you'll have them, I guess. But we'll take a little break, come back, we'll wrap things up, get you set up here for our next telecast, and tell you where St. Albans is headed next. You're watching live streaming coverage on video production and listening live on Retro 96.9 WWSA. Who we got next here?
Why choose Thornhill Auto Group?
It starts with selection.
10 quality brands.
All from a name you've trusted for years.
Plus, a great selection of pre-owned.
And don't forget, practically every vehicle we sell comes with Thornhill's Value Plus warranty.
It's coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy
at Thornhill Auto Group.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, a Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Are you ready to turn your passion into a career? At New River Community and Technical College, we've got the programs to get you there. Dive into our food service and event management program. Learn skills from kitchen basics to business budgeting and become seasoned for success. Or if the great outdoors is calling, answer it with our outdoor recreation program. Receive hands-on training that readies you to lead, inspire, and explore. Whatever you're passionate about, we have a path for you. Visit newriver.edu today. Start here. Go anywhere.
Hey, grab me one too.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Access Health began as a small clinic with a simple yet powerful purpose: to care for our neighbors right here at home. From the very beginning, it was about people showing up for each other, building trust, and staying connected. Today, Access Health is serving thousands across southern West Virginia. But what makes us different isn't just the care we provide, it's who provides it. Our team was born here, trained here, and lives here. This is what community looks like. This is Access Health, by the community, for the community, always.
Back live here at Crawford Field here in St. Albans, and St. Albans hung tough. Like we mentioned before we went to break, got some positives. We played a real good team here this evening, and a team that plays a hard schedule, and they're a very good team. So they'll probably go deep into the playoffs. Well, Jackson, you got some scores around the pass them around here before we.
Yeah, Nitro beat Ripley 48-6. Hoover beat Point Pleasant 46-7. Capital is beating South Charleston 28-6 into the fourth quarter. And then Princeton is beating Graham 26-14 in the fourth. Morgantown in Quad A beat Spring Mills 21-0. G-Dub is currently tied in the fourth with Barnesville, Ohio, who we talked about earlier, hasn't been beaten the regular season since 21.
That's just incredible.
And they're tied 14-14.
Incredible.
University's leading Fairmont Senior 37-28. Parkersburg is beating Riverside 48-0. Martinsburg beat Jefferson 46-6. And then Capital Midland is beating Hurricane 62-7 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's just remarkable that Hurricane, they one of the top 4 teams in the state last year. And starting the season the way they did. Donnie Mays going over to South Charleston.
Yep.
So, I guess a big rebuilding curve there for Hurricane for the next few years.
Yeah.
And I would think it'd be tough to recruit, or not recruit, I can't say recruit, but
yeah, you can.
I know you can. But to get kids, to be able to compete, the Capital Midlands, the Huntingtons and stuff to where they were.
Oh.
They lived high for a few years there.
Yeah.
And so, things are going to probably go back to normal. But we will see them next week. We won't be broadcasting that game, but the St. Albans Red Dragons do head to Hurricane next week to battle them, and the way it looks, both teams will be looking for their first win. So,
yep.
I don't know exactly. I haven't seen them play. I know they've been getting beat pretty good as far as score-wise. So, maybe this is the year we get them.
Yeah.
Maybe this.
Hey, that'd be nice. That'd be a nice win. I'd like to see the last time that we actually beat Hurricane.
And I don't know what the formula is for the MSAC now being half 4A, half 3A. I don't know if there's a balance that you have to play at least one or two of those 4A teams, but that is the 4A team that we got this year, and it makes sense. It's almost a rival game, and it's not as close as Nitro, but, it's right up there with South Charleston. And, so it makes sense to play that here or there or wherever it's at.
And it's a close game. You don't got to travel too far to
yeah,
get there.
And I like that. And I also like that, the new 3A idea because we are close. You know, I know Hoover's a juggernaut, but you know,
Yeah.
still there's a lot
Winfield.
there's a lot of games that are
Yeah.
close that we
Yeah.
can get, and you don't have to travel
2
all the way to
hours.
Parkersburg.
Yeah, Parkersburg's a rough drive, especially going up that interstate.
And now Parkersburg South joining the MSAC. You know,
Yeah.
there's a possibility you could play both of those in a season.
Yeah. Have both away games. That'd be rough.
So now you got the AAA in there. You can go to Winfield. You can go to Nitro. You can go to Ripley. You can go to Lincoln.
Point Pleasant. I mean,
It's just
it's under an hour.
It just makes sense to
Yep,
me. I
absolutely.
like it. I don't know if how everybody feels about it. Thinks that we need to be playing big boy football. I don't know, but I mean it just makes sense. You can play, and you can bring crowds.
Absolutely.
You
It
know-
makes it easier on parents too.
Yeah.
That don't get off work until 5:30, and it's a lot easier to make getting off at 5:30 to make it to somewhere like Winfield.
Yeah.
Than it is to go to Parkersburg.
And and then in reverse, you're getting kids. You're getting family members coming from other teams. You know, to fill it out. We saw tonight Spring Valley. Filled up the bleachers over there.
And traveled good.
So, if you can get teams like that to bring crowds, it's just a positive for
Absolutely.
everybody because the budgets are getting smaller and smaller. We had Melissa on here and she told us, hey, you only get so much. Football supports all the non-revenue sports and
Yeah.
and we need the attendance, and that's a great way, I think, to get it. You
Yeah.
know? And because a lot of people, I went down to the Huntington game last year, and it wasn't a big turnout from St. Albans, but
Yeah.
you're going to get killed.
Yeah.
You know that chances are they're going to put up 60 on you,
Yeah.
or 50 on you. And who wants to go see that? You're going to pay $10 or whatever it is to get in, to get beat. So I'm with you there. I think Winfield would be great. I'd love to get Winfield on the schedule.
And don't get me wrong, they're a good team, but they're not Spring Valley.
Nah.
They're not they're what Cabell Midland used to be. I mean, they got beat by Hoover with 28-0, something like that. Like they're almost in the same boat we are.
Yeah, and like I said, you got Hoover is a juggernaut right
Yeah.
now. I don't know how long that'll last. It seems like teams always go through those growing pains, and then they get they go down for a little while. I mean, we got Logan on the schedule. I really like playing Logan this year. I think that's going to help us, as far as maybe getting a win or two, maybe, or getting close, or
Absolutely.
playing a close game. I don't know if we'll keep Logan Chapmanville type thing on the schedule or not, but we'll see as it goes down the road there. And I would like to see how the MSAC is going to do it. I talked it over with Elias about going big school, little school, MSAC.
Yeah.
And he said he didn't see it going that way because, I think Beckley, is coming into the league too.
Okay.
So, and they're 4A. So, you're bringing in 2 4A, Parkersburg South and Beckley into the mix now. And, it just makes sense to me to come up with a 4A division, 3A division in the MSAC.
It makes a whole lot more sense.
And you just play that because you're not going to play those teams in the sectionals.
No.
Especially, you're talking basketball. It's great, to be able to play them, see how you match up.
Mm-hmm.
But
baseball too.
yeah,
So-
you're not going to play them in the regions.
Yeah.
In baseball, that I think everybody wants to play tough because
Yeah.
it's just the way it is. I mean, wins really don't mean nothing. You all get into the section. It's basketball. Neither
Yeah.
wins don't mean anything. You just want to play good at the end of the
It
year.
just matters about that seed.
Yeah,
That's the only thing you're playing for in baseball and basketball.
You
It's
beat your
playing-
people. Yeah, so
playing for a seed.
So, but anyway, we got Hurricane next week. The following week, homecoming week here at Crawford Field. And we will welcome in the South Charleston Eagles and Donnie Mays. We'll see how things go there. Get him back into the mix here and build a rivalry again with South Charleston, which I don't think it really died off here in the last few years since he left. I think it's actually the two teams been equally matched.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice to be right there with South Charleston, because I'm
Rake
sure
off
they're
a
going to
win.
build. Yeah, I would love it. Bring him in here and beat him. And so that'll be our next home game. And, homecoming's always big, big crowds and homecoming court and everything. So, join us for that. And next week at Hurricane. And Jackson, I appreciate you joining me this evening.
You for having me.
And that was great. And Josh, he's our producer. We had the St. Albans media team doing the cameras tonight. Didn't have a statistician tonight. She is in Florida. So we went with it, so we will say goodnight. Thanks for everybody at the St. Albans administration for letting us come in and do these games and enjoying the time here. So for all of us here at Crawford Field, thanks for joining us, and thanks to also Retro 96.9 WWSA, and this has been Video Production.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
We asked the real experts what they think of our Chevys and GMCs, and they didn't hold back.
Come here. Come on. I like the noise of it.
They tested the seats, the screens, and the tires as well. Now it's your turn. Northside Chevy GMC, approved by kids, loved by everyone. Chevrolet, together let's drive. GMC, we are professional grade.
Northside Levy, where they are right.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So you're ready to get started on that home remodel? Then America's #1 exterior remodeler is here to help. For over 19 years, Window World of Beckley has helped homeowners in our area take care of their greatest investment. We make it easy to remodel your home with special financing options and convenient monthly payments. Because we are locally owned and operated, you can expect the best in customer service. We're excited to see what you have in mind. We look forward to helping you create the home of your dreams.
I know that you've heard the name Shuckers. Shuckers has been at 70 Old Main Street, St. Albans for more than a decade. Really, serving up such great food like Shucker shrooms, jerk shrimp, juicy steaks, seafood, wings, stuffed shells, scallops, thin crust pizzas. There's something here for every taste bud in your house. Come hang out in the cozy bar area or bring your crew in and stretch out in the dining room for a memorable evening. Shuckers is more than seafood, it's your food. Open Tuesday through Saturday. We'll see you at Shuckers.